We've bulls. Let's see who's faster. How are you doing? Oh, what a stunning day for a wild camp. So I'm heading up. Here is our spot tonight. Yeah, this is the spot the last time I saw a fox that greeted me, and I'm hoping he's going to be here again. I brought my other camera as well so I can do a bit of zooming in to see if I can get a look at him. But yeah, it's been a while since I was out because vacation and all that, and vacation is such a very American term, isn't it? Vacay. So yeah, it's good to get out, and because it's been a while since I've been out, I've been doing a few reviews, alright, but I got a good few bits and pieces. Some sent to me, some bought myself, but I have this very cool chest pod by OMN. I bought this myself, and because I had this mice screw up with my beautiful black diamond hiking poles, how Dan Durston he hooked me up with his ice line poles, which are on another level, I must admit. I don't know if I thought I'd never do a review of hiking poles, but by God, I'm doing a review on these. They're something different. So that in time. What I do have is the Radon 1 with me. So that was the last review I put up. So I'm bringing it out tonight for the first time, and hopefully I'll pitch it better than I did in the actual review. But with the weather tonight, it's not going to get much of a challenge, but you got to practice putting up tents. There's been a lot of conversation about inner pitch first, outer pitch first in the country that we have, and I agree, we get rain for the majority of the time, but the transition between the outer and the inner is only a couple of seconds. But I want to check tonight, can I put up the Radon 1 outer first and see if there's a different way I can do it. I had the very same worries, but I had the Nordisk Salvard 1 for ages, and that's an inner pitch first, and I never had the issue. So I think the thought of it is way different to the reality of it. Okay, I've done enough talking. Let's keep going. Let's get up there and let's see what we have. It's way too hot. There is too many midgies around. I'm going to put up the Radon 1 for argument's sake. Let's say it's raining. Let's see what I can do, because it's a outer pitch first. So yeah, let's talk through it. Usually I just put the tent up if it's a wild camp, but I want to focus on the actual tent itself. So let's see what we can do. All right, so if I was packing this for a wild camp, I had it packed the wrong way. So if I was coming out into wet weather, I had the inner around the outer. So I would have to unpack the inner so it doesn't get wet. So let's just say from now on, that's packed first, and then this. Let's put this, just for argument's sake, inside in the bag so it's not getting wet. That's the inner. So the first job, what you do is your poles. It can be done with a bit of planning, and there's stuff that you can do to actually cut time when you're putting the tent up. So like, get all your poles ready, get your tent pegs out and have them ready. But I just want to see if I can do something in between. So, all right, let's just do these first. So there is my poles. Here's the outer, okay? Now, is there anything we can do with these prior? Let's first of all put them in on both sides. And here's the other one. Let's look for the Velcro, and let's put the Velcro on the poles, and let's just see. This might be a total arse now, but look, I'm just trying to do something. I have 2 Velcros here. There's one, and here is the second one. Okay, so there's 2 Velcros on this side. I'll put one here, I'll put the other one here. All right, let's unpack this. This might be a total shit show now. Let's chuck it underneath. It's probably a lot longer to do it this way, but I'm just trying to think of ways that I could do it. Okay, so I'm gonna peg this side down, and that'll give me leverage to get the other side in position. Okay, we put these down and put these down. That actually wasn't too bad. So the inner actually isn't getting wet at the moment, and I still haven't got it attached except for the little hook points in the corner. I'll go in, put up all the hooks. Yeah, and the beauty about this is it's freestanding, so I can lift it over to get in the right position for sleeping. So, okay, let's see. It's doable. I'm telling you, it's doable. And the last one. That's very doable. So, a bit involved, but it's certainly looking better than it did for the review I did. There's a waterfall over here that I want to go to instead of going down to the lake. That's going to be much fresher water. And I have another toy with me. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I always had the issue with having to go down and get water, come back up, and then go back down and come back up, because I always just brought a litre bottle with me. So this is like called a Seeker, and it's a 2 litre hydro pack, and it fits bee-free filter. I'm getting eaten alive, right? And I got sent this by Flextail. I wasn't even going to bring this tonight because I only got it in the door yesterday. So I just said, look, for the sake of it, I'll throw it in. And I'm bloody glad I did. I'm going to see if it works, because I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. Or mosquitoes, midges. I literally took it out of the box and threw it into the bag. Ooh, it smells nice. So you take this out and it slots in here. Into there. Click once for 10 metre range, which is camping range, and then you click it double for 30 metre range, but I don't need 30 metre range. Only time will tell. Beautiful behind me, look. Hopefully it keeps moving now, we'll get the sunset. If not, Glen Cushnabinna might cut off some of the sunset for us, but look. See the way I said that there now, like I know the name of the mountain, like it is Glen Cushnabinna, like. Oh, it's so relaxing here. Really is. So, the tiny rappel by Flextail, right? I have it beside me here, but they're still coming. But I thought I was stinking of BO. I was going, if anyone saw me, like I was smelling under my arms and everything, and I was there going, but I put deodorant on. But it's actually the smell of that. It's a nice smell, but it's borderline BO like. So the aim is just get really sweaty and don't put on deodorant, and they'll stay away. I need to bring it over closer now because I'm getting attacked here. Okay, let's get eating. I might have to put on some repellent as well. I need to get repellent as well, it's vicious. There's no real way of telling does that work or not. Because if it wasn't here, would there be way more midges? Anyway, smells okay. It's grand. Chin chin. Beautiful sunset. It's not down yet, it still has 20 minutes to go, but it's behind clouds now. So yeah. Oh, nice cup of coffee now. Cheers. Ooh, I actually have a Mars bar. I forgot about that. Oh, some Twixes, Kit Kats as well. Lovely hurling. The double pack. I want to have the 2 of them now. Oh, it is getting cold. Oh, I'm actually going to get a hat on as well. Snood. Oh my God. Don't underestimate how warm your body gets when you put a hat on. I think we might get a good few stars here tonight. So I didn't bother going for the tea. I brought a bit of rum with me, so I'll have a few swigs of this before I go to bed. The Fishy challenge was on today. Or it was on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. It's 3 challenges in 3 days. So nearly 100 kilometres in 3 days. So it was actually the Galtee crossing today, so I saw the mountain was quite busy. Even though the car park that I was in, the Galtee North car park, that's really busy. But that's not the start or the finishing point, and there was a lot of cars from the north there. So yeah, I don't know if there was a hiking group down doing the Galtees or something, I'm not sure, but yeah, there was a lot of cars from the north. Okay, I am going to just chill out here for a while. I'm going to hopefully get some nice pictures. And yeah, we'll get up at 6 and see what kind of sunrise we get, if we get any. Cheers, have a good night. We'll talk to you in the morning. Tent is actually folding, and it actually hasn't got the hiking poles on the outside, so in any bit of a wind, well, it's a very strong gust wind from the side, and that's a big issue for any tent. But when I go outside, I will attach the hiking poles just to see if it makes a massive difference. I hope it does. I think with the cross beam at the top, the thing is like that. Okay, let's get up. There's going to be a lovely sunrise, and let's see if we can stabilise this a bit and get some. Let's see if it works. The weather has been so right so far. It said it was coming in around 5 o'clock. The really strong wind, and it's like 20 to 6 now. And yeah, it's nuts. So where I camped mightn't have been the best. Like I thought I would. I didn't. I should have checked which way the wind was coming, being honest. But look, it is what it is. Good enough sleep, actually. I think it was the wind woke me up, and you know what it was? Not the sound of it, because I had earplugs on, but it was the side hitting off my head. What I did notice as well is this centre cable was getting caught in my feet all night. So, and I was up as far as I can, but we'll see. We'll keep going with it. Oh. I have to crouch down. I'd say there has to be pegs gone, I'd say, outside, because the thing is just folding fully down now. Like so! Okay. Yeah, we need to get out of this now. Alright. All the pegs are still in, like. It's just buckled. So, it's a perfect time to check when I put the hiking poles up against each side. Will it make a big difference? So, I'm kind of delighted this happened as well, because this is the kind of test that I actually wanted for it. As we get a gorgeous sunrise. But like that's folding, like. Look at that. This is the center beam here, like. That should be all the way here in the middle. And it's velcroed in. Okay, so let's get the hiking poles in there and see if it makes a difference. So hiking poles attached. It made some bit of a difference, but it's still gone here, like, so that is holding it. Okay, so this did loosen off in the night, which did make a good difference. But I just can't understand this, look. And the Velcro's on, that's the first thing I did. Unless the Velcro came off now, but you shouldn't be relying on Velcro to keep your tent up, like. But that is a lot better, I must say. A lot better. This did get loose, and this is not staying in the center. The Velcro must have came off. But I have to admit, that is a lot better. Yeah. The hiking poles absolutely make a difference. But a very good test. I'm actually delighted I got this win now. At least it gives me a good idea of what can happen. And like, I understand that the wind is coming from the side, and like any tent, Any tent struggles in this, and this is very, very gusty wind. But it is holding a lot better. So it's obviously like pegs can pop in the night time. The actual guy lines can loosen, which it did. Yeah, I'm just a bit annoyed about the centre beam. It was velcroed in, because that's the first thing I did. So anyway, we're missing the sunrise. Let's go over and have a look. I love the zoom off this camera. I'll show you. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pack up everything, because I know this is just the start of the really strong wind, and at the moment, like, it's pushing me over. So for safety wise, I'm gonna take everything down. I'll go over there, see what it's like, and if it's okay to have breakfast, I will. If not, I think there's a breakfast roll with my name in it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Well, look, it has failed again, unfortunately. So that's gone all the way over. The trekking pole's starting to slip, so it's not even in there now. And now it's down. And then this slipped again. So if you're ever taking down a tent in wind like this, leave the pegs at the side of the wind. Take all these ones up first, just so your tent doesn't fly away in you. Leave all them on the corners. And get the rest. Jesus. Well, I show you this. The Velcro didn't fail. The pole just went sideways. So one of the Velcro failed, but that's not the point. So that held on. Okay, so I got everything up, and we're ducked down here behind a rock. So do you know what? Yeah, the wind is nuts, but I'm actually going to have a cup of coffee before I go down. It's only 6:30. So, wow, those clouds are unbelievable. Huh? Oh, I can smell this coffee already. Oh, just burnt the hand off myself. Cheers, everyone. It's never too early for a Kit Kat. I'm not sponsored by Kit Kat or anything now. Cheers. Oh, what a lovely start to the day, eh? There's people up on the mountain already. Fair play to them. They were hiking up for the sunrise, I'd say. It's amazing how far voice travels when there's wind. They're all the way at the top, and I could hear them. Isn't it a great hobby all the same? There's 3 guys now on top of the mountain at 5 to 7, and I can hear them laughing from here. Like, there is nothing better. Nothing better. Love it. Just love it. So as always, leave no trace. Okay. It's unbelievably windy, so let's get down. And I actually think there's a bit of weather coming in. So let's get down to the car. And there's nothing left behind. I'm loving this chest pod. All my electrics, and I'm usually rambling around the place trying to find stuff, but no, absolutely perfect. Everything I need is in here, and nothing's getting lost. Okay, let's get our ass down the mountain. It's bloody windy. And the wind has stopped. It's mad. I don't know what my thoughts are now about the tent. I suppose looking at the pluses, it didn't break. Nothing snapped, nothing ripped, nothing like that. So, in terms of that, but like, what's your opinion on it? Like, would any tent hold up properly in that wind? You know? It was fairly vicious now. And plus, the tent was getting hit from an angle that I don't think any tent could hold in that. Like, all tents have to have some bit of flexibility or they'll break. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, would my helium be any better? Yeah, it's I'd love to know how the Langshan would do there, actually. Very interesting. But anyway, yeah, let me know what you think. And what's your thoughts on it? Because, yeah, like, I'm not going to look at all the negatives either, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't rip, it didn't break. It was flexible enough that it moved enough so it wouldn't break. But any sideways wind, that bottom section, I just don't know. It was still Velcroed on and the pole just moved, so I don't know. Anyway, we'll get it out for a few more before I make my final decision. But gorgeous looking tent though. I love the colour. Okay, let's get down because I honestly think there's a bit of rain coming in. I think I'm going to say vamoosh here because there is a bit of rain coming in over here. And I want to get my ass down the mountain, so I want to use the 2 poles. So, thanks very much for joining me. And please let me know what you think in the comments of the tent. Very interesting. I'm kind of delighted I got the wind. So let's just see how we get on. An interesting one, to say the least. Okie dokie. Thanks very much for joining me on this stunning morning looking over Limerick. We'll talk to you in the next one. Take care, bye.